Hey y'all, it's your girl from Wisha here, back with a new video. So I am going to come to you guys with my first wig ever. I'm going to show you guys how I braid my hair underneath the wig, and this is when my hair was super short back in February. And I'm also going to do like a really quick review on the Mayvenn Kinky Straight Brazilian blowout hair. It's not a full review, but just something really quick. So I'm starting off on freshly washed hair. I already went and braided one side. What you need is a moisturizer and some clips to part your hair. I use Main Choice Daily Hair Dressing Moisturizer. I moisturize my hair with that. I start off braiding with my own hair, and then because my hair was a little too short, I used some Kinky hair. Hopefully I said that right. I've been hearing the word said so differently nowadays. Who knows? So I use some Kinky hair when I feel like my hair has gotten a little too short, and I just go ahead and add it in. One thing to note, these braids don't need to be super neat. Nobody's seeing them. They're going to be underneath your wig. So I just did them as best as I could. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that second one. Right here is super important. I really want to connect all the ends of the braid so they're not all hanging and they don't become super bulky underneath my braid. So I connect the bottom or the ends of the braids as I go down. You don't braid it all the way down when you get to this point. I stop soon. Yeah, and it looks like that. I'm going to do it one more time for you guys. So again, start with your own hair, then you add just a little bit of the Kinky hair. You don't need a lot because you don't want it to be too bulky either. Then it'll look like you're wearing a helmet. So one more time, connecting the ends of the other braids into this cornrow. And I'm just going to braid that all the way down to the bottom or to the nape of my neck. Okay, so I did that all around, and when I get to the back, you're pretty much going to see how all of them end up being connected with one another. So now I'm on my last braid, and I'm going to just connect that last braid to every other braid that I did on my head, so that I end up with one long braid. Like this. Wish it could look cute, but it doesn't. Alright, so now I'm going to moisturize my hair with some Haitian black castor oil. But wait, I forgot. I need to tell you guys some devastating news. So as I started to part my hair, went about my business. This was 3 months into my big chop journey, and I just noticed something was off. What is that big gap? That big gap is a bald spot that I cut by accident and I didn't even know. When I tell y'all I was devastated, that was literally my face. Devastated. Alright, moving back. So I use Haitian black castor oil because one, it's a staple in the Haitian household, and two, Creole Essence has created or has brought in over the Haitian castor oil a little more easily, because usually I have to wait till my grandma goes to Haiti so she can bring it back to the States. So I'm using that because it promotes hair growth, and it's honestly just a great moisturizer for me, and I've been using it since I was little, and because of that bald spot, I'm like, I need to do something. So I'm ending it off with kind of using a needle and thread to weave that long braid so that it can just be flat and not really bother me underneath the wig. Because the purpose of a wig is for convenience. I just want to put it on, take it off, and that's it. Don't really want to worry about my hair underneath for however long I decide to keep it in. So all you do is kind of just flatten the hair, and you can bring it around in a circle. This is kind of hard to see / explain, but you just bring it around into a circle and you just weave it in as if you would as if you're sewing a piece of clothing. Then you just cut the end of that off, and then I'm just going to knot it so that it can stay. And honestly, I don't feel like the knot was super secure, but it never unraveled, and I wore this for about 3 or 4 weeks. And that is pretty much it when it comes to braiding your hair down under a wig, and it's super, super convenient. All right, going into the specifics of the wig. So I got a 14-inch closure. Then I got 3 bundles. One is 16, one in 18, one in 20. I didn't want anything too long. My little sister, who's like really big on wigs and weaves, she was like, "Oh, you're tall, get a 22." Not for me. I know that I'm tall, but I didn't want anything too drastic, and I feel like I wanted to ease myself into this wig life, which I did. So I had it sewn onto a wig cap by my girl Bev. I'll put her information down below. I really loved the way that she sewed down the wig. No bumpiness. Like, we don't do bumpy wigs out here. No bumpiness whatsoever. I really loved how natural it felt as it was sitting on my head. So the first thing I do is kind of sleek up my edges just a little bit. I did it first because I don't really like when it's straightened and then the grease from the edge wax gets on it a little bit. Pet peeve of mine, but it's really not that serious. But that's just my pet peeve. So I do my edges first. Then this time, I just recently washed the hair in this video, so I didn't really want it to be in its full puffy state. It wasn't super puffy, but I wanted it to be a little bit straighter. So as you can see here, I'm going to take the flat iron, and I'm just going to go ahead and flat iron it a little bit. I'm not doing it to be bone straight this time, but I did want it just a little bit straighter. And this hair didn't shed at the beginning. Like, now it's 9 months in and it's shedding just a little bit, but it's nothing crazy. But at the beginning, like the first 6 months, I had little shedding, like here and there when I was kind of combing through, but it wasn't anything intense. I really, really like this hair because it gave me that kind of permed or like a blown out natural look, and I didn't want anything too shiny for my first wig either because I'm not used to that. I'm more of a braid gal. I really, really love my braids, as you guys can see if you follow me on Instagram. So as this being my first wig, I wanted something a little more subtle, and this was subtle in my opinion. Yeah, so I just go ahead and straighten it, and once I'm done straightening that side, it looks like this. So once again, not bone straight, but straight enough for me. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. And this is the finished product. So as you can see, there's still a little bit of waves in the middle because it is a kinky straight. I didn't want it to be bone straight this time. And I really recommend this hair if you're looking for something that gives you like a natural vibe, that you just want. And I really recommend wigs also because they really come in clutch. You could take it off whenever you want. I take it off when I go to the gym because I sweat a lot in my scalp. Yeah, so wigs have their pros and cons. This is still my only wig. I wouldn't say that now I'm a wig wearer, but I do like this wig. So that is it. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the kid. I'll be back with videos. Yes, yes. Thank you for your support.